called it the Stoner Vibes Collection, but it's actually called the Stoned Vibes Collection. Hi everyone, welcome to another what I'm not going to buy kind of video. In these types of videos, I am going to go over brand new products that have launched on the market that I do not intend to purchase and my reasons why I am not interested in purchasing them. I'll also cover things that are upcoming sometimes on the market that haven't yet launched, but that I again do not intend to buy or review for this channel. If there are things that are launching on the market that I am curious about and would be interested in buying and trying out, then I'll also mention those and also give you the reasons why for those too. The purpose of these videos is to A, give you an insight into the reasoning and thinking behind why I purchase certain things either for myself or to review on this channel, and B, maybe to just help encourage you to save money on certain things, maybe give you some things to think about that might make you rethink spending your money on something that you otherwise may have been interested in, and vice versa too. Something you may not have had on your radar, but that if I'm interested in, maybe you would be interested in for the same reasons. If there is something in particular that I am curious about or that I've even tried out, usually I talk about those in my What's New in Beauty videos, which I'll link in the upper right hand corner for you. But if for some reason I didn't talk about it in that video, I will mention them here, and I will link them in the description box below for you to where you can find them. And if you are purchasing stuff online, then always remember to make sure you're signed up for Rakuten first and have that cash back engaged before you spend your money so that you can get some of that money back. All right, thank you for being a subscriber. And if you aren't already, please hit that red subscribe button. You can also follow Allura Beauty over on Instagram to be eligible for certain giveaways. I'll put the username in the upper left-hand corner for you. Let's dive into what I'm not going to buy for this time around. So this is my second time doing a video like this. I really enjoyed doing my first one, which I'll link for you if you haven't seen this already. It'll go in a playlist so you can binge watch that playlist too eventually when I have more of them in there. But I forgot to mention in my first video that I think the first person who really started this kind of video was Kimberly Clark. And I apologize for not mentioning that. I intended to, but I kind of forgot it, but I wanted to give her credit. A wonderful, fabulous creator here on YouTube, does a lot of drag makeup, hasn't been posting videos lately because I believe she went on tour for a while, and has recently been publishing some videos, so I am excited to have more of those videos available to watch. But if you've never checked out Kimberly Clark, I'll also try to remember to put the channel link in the description box for you so that you can go ahead, check them out, and hopefully subscribe. Oh, one last thing before we start. On my lips, I am wearing one of Maybelline's new lifter glosses in the shade 6 Reef. And I believe before this video goes up, I have done a dedicated swatch and lip swatches review video for these. So if you're interested at all in these, I will link that in the upper right hand corner for you to go check out and make sure you watch if you haven't seen it already. I'm going to divide this up between makeup and skincare. Let's start with some makeup first, starting with some things that have already recently launched, one of which was Urban Decay's newest ultraviolet eyeshadow palette from the Naked line. I kind of feel like this has already been a flop. Not that it isn't good quality, I don't know, because I haven't used it myself, but I'm just not inspired. I feel like the purples theme has been done a lot already, and I don't know, there just is something about this palette that isn't super captivating. It doesn't seem super unique, so I'm just not interested in testing it out. Likewise is Natasha Denona's new bronze collection, in particular the bronze eyeshadow palette. It's $65. Once again, I just feel like, even though as someone who loves her nudes and neutrals, you know that that's kind of what I use for most of my days of makeup wearing, again, it just is in a market that's so oversaturated with options. There is just not anything unique enough about it. I do feel like Natasha Denona products, for the most part, are kind of overpriced, although I myself have one Natasha Denona palette that I've kept that I absolutely adore, but it's just not intriguing enough for me to spend $65 on those, how many shades? 15 shades, I believe. Huda Beauty, the new line of Silk Balm Hydrating and Nourishing Lip Balms for $21 for 0.1 ounces of product. I feel like I have developed kind of a distaste for Huda Beauty products in general, unfortunately. And in particular, the Wishful line of skincare products, which we'll get to in just a sec because there's even more problematic stuff that's been released in that line. But this is so expensive for something that is not that unique, and I really don't have an interest in. Similarly, Fenty Beauty's new Slip Shine Sheer Shiny Lipsticks, $22 for each of them. You get 0.098 ounces of product. I do like Fenty products for the most part, but once again, even though it feels summer appropriate, that kind of sheer, more balmy, hydrating lip product for summer, that's fine, but there's a lot of more affordable, very pretty looking sheer lipsticks out in the market in the drugstore. So once again, not unique enough to really draw me in. Something I do find a little bit intriguing, I don't think I'll actually end up purchasing it, but Patrick Ta's new makeup items. Now, when Patrick Ta first released its kind of like highlighting products out and launched on Sephora, wasn't intrigued by those. Now that the brand is coming out with color makeup products like the blush duos, it's called the Double Take Cream and Powder Blush, those definitely intrigue me more. I kind of wish that the line would release 3 or 4 products at a time in the color makeup line so that we kind of have a more cohesive feel for the brand itself instead of just releasing like 1 or 2 products at a time, but that's more personal preference. So this is something that catches my eye. Marc Jacobs's newest iconic palette, the multi-finish eyeshadow palette in Extravagance, limited edition, and $49.50 for the palette. We know that Marc Jacobs's eyeshadow formula for the most part is very good. Once again, I feel like a color story that is cohesive and maybe in a world of its own is pretty unique and interesting, but in a world of oversaturated makeup isn't unique enough. KVD Beauty's Shake Primer High Impact Invisible Eyeshadow Primer for $22. There's a bottle which looks like it's dual phased. First of all, for me personally, the KVD brand is so tainted that even with the exit of the very problematic figurehead for the brand or person behind the brand, I just don't have a taste for it in general. But even on top of that, I feel like this is a weird product. When I look at the ingredients, it starts with water. There's a good amount of glycerin in here. You could just put water and glycerin in a shaker bottle by yourself and use that. I don't really see how this would really extend the life of eyeshadow. It certainly would make it at least temporarily look more saturated when you add water to pretty much everything, like when it rains outside and the grass looks greener and the flowers look more vibrant, but that's a temporary thing, and I don't know. I don't trust the formula for this, and I have an aversion to the brand in general. I almost made an entire dedicated video for this product, but I don't think it'll be popular enough for that to be worth it, and that was for La Mer's new The Radiant Skin Tint SPF 30. Love it when makeup is more natural and has sun protection in it, but it is $95. Not surprising for a brand like La Mer, but come on, $95 for 1.4 fluid ounces, or not fluid ounces, just ounces. It's titanium dioxide base, so that gives you good sun protection. And there are some really nice ingredients in here, some antioxidants, some nice plant-based extracts. But even towards the beginning of the ingredients list, you have things like eucalyptus leaf oil, volatile, not good for the skin. It is a fragrant component. You have spearmint. I don't know why you would want to put that on your face. Geranium flower oil, again, a very fragrant, irritating oil for the skin. Grapefruit peel oil, lime peel extract, rose flower oil. It's just perfume after perfume after perfume, which is, again, typical of La Mer. I do not think La Mer is a great skincare brand in general, and this product falls in line with the rest of the brand's skincare. So not gonna pay $95 to put something on my face that's basically perfume with some pigment. Sephora's Home brand has released some new makeup. They're releasing new makeup all the time, so I'll run through these really quickly. For example, they have their Lip Last matte lipsticks, and they are also releasing new lip balms in their Lip Stories collection. And Sephora's brand puts me in a weird headspace because I do really like some of their products, but the thing is that because they're not a name brand, their prices in general are on the much more affordable side, but not so affordable that they would beat out something like a drugstore product usually, although the lip balm in the Lip Stories lines, they're only $9 each, so that's pretty much drugstore price. But and then their products are, again, usually not innovative or unique enough. So I'm always kind of intrigued. I'm always kind of drawn in, but then at the end of the day, I never end up purchasing any of them because they just don't stand out enough for the price point. An exception is their Pro line of brushes, which when they're on sale, I absolutely scoop up because those are fantastic. Once you get that discount at full price, they're still very reasonably priced, but not enough for me to jump on. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about Sephora's home brand products for the most part. I will say that their new line of pumpkin infused things, like their pumpkin infused brush sets and makeup sponges, that's so ridiculous. That's such a gimmick. I mean, if you like the product for itself, that's fine, but pumpkin infused, come on. ColourPop has released a new line of foundations with a bunch of different shades, so I applaud them on the shade range for these. It's going to be $16 for a bottle of 1 ounce of product. I used to get pretty excited about ColourPop's new products and would do videos for them, but they are a brand that I just completely have lost interest in for the most part because they churn out so many things so often. There's no there's no appeal to the brand anymore for me because it's just constantly churning out stuff. So that's the main reason why I am not interested in this product. It's not even particular to the product. It's just I kind of ignore pretty much everything that ColourPop releases nowadays. ColourPop released new blushes, new lip products, and new lid paints. I've already done reviews and swatch videos for the blushes, which I'll link for you. I applied all the shades also on the cheeks in addition to swatches, and I did lip swatches and a review for the new matte lip products too. So I will also go ahead and link that for you. I can only link 5 videos in any one video, so hopefully I'm not gonna go over that maximum, but if I do, you can just search on the channel. The lid paints I have not yet gotten my hands on, but I am intrigued by them, so once they are more readily available, I will purchase those to do a review for you because I am interested to see if they work well. Wet n Wild now has a collection. It's the Melody and Kuromi collection, and it looks very cute. And I, in general, do support Wet n Wild because they tend to release surprisingly good quality products for the price point. But the visual of this collection is just, it's a little too childish for my taste, so that is why I'm not really interested in it. e.l.f. released their new Ride or Die lip balms. I've already reviewed them and am a fan of them, so I will go ahead and link that in the upper right hand corner for you to see if you want more information. Pixi Beauty also released a new line of skincare. It is their Clarity collection, and I did a dedicated review and I go over each of the products that they're offering in that line, and it's a mixed bag. Some of it is good, some of it is not so great. So you can go see that video if you want to see what you should risk spending your money on and what you shouldn't. And I personally am interested in purchasing the products that I listed in that video as ones that looked, based on the ingredients, like they would be good skincare products. MAC has a new line of lip products called their Power Glass Plumping Lip Glosses. They have a bizarre wave-shaped applicator and completely not interested. I don't like MAC's plumping glosses, the ones that tingle. I don't even remember what they're called. It's been years since I've purchased any of those, and there's just never anything so unique about the formula or innovative that would justify spending that money. So that, on top of the weird applicator, I just don't have an interest. But something I am interested in from MAC, and I will be doing a dedicated review video for, is their other newest collection. That is the Tanaya Taylor collection with that bright neon packaging. So if that caught your eye, then make sure you stay tuned for that video. Oh, and also on the note of Urban Decay, they are going to be releasing another new eyeshadow palette called the Stoner Vibes. I called it the Stoner Vibes collection, but it's actually called the Stoned Vibes collection, but you kind of get the drift. It looks so old school. It's very old school looking Urban Decay packaging, which I don't necessarily hate. I think the outside crystals are very cool, although it does seem quite reminiscent of Smashbox's crystallized collection that they came out with several years ago. So, but the inside, it's a bunch of glittery shadows, and I don't know, I'm just not, it just doesn't draw me in. L'Oreal has some new eyeshadows, the Gold Mirage eyeshadows, and they also have a line of lipsticks that go with the same collection. There's only 4 colors of each of the eyeshadows and lip glosses, it looks like, and they are mostly shimmering champagne gold shades. One of them is slightly pink. So it's just, I don't, again, it bores me to think of swatching 3 shades that are just slightly different from each other and shimmering champagne gold shades, and then one that's slightly pink. So I'm not going to be reviewing that one for you on this channel, sorry. Becca is going to be releasing the Zero collection with a colorless foundation and colorless highlighting product. This just seems so gimmicky to me. Patrick Starrr is releasing a new brand through Sephora called One Size. I really like the red packaging. I like the name of the brand too, but similar to how I felt about Patrick Ta, and I'm getting confused, Patrick Ta, similar to the Patrick Ta brand when it released and just had a couple of highlighting products. The brand for One Size seems to be releasing a makeup dissolving mist. It comes in kind of like a spray can, and then makeup wipes. I am not really drawn to those things. I want color makeup products like blushes and eyeshadows. So I won't be purchasing anything from the brand until they do release kind of, in my opinion, more exciting products. Juvia's Place has a new line of nude lip products. Looks like lipsticks, lip glosses, and lip liners. That does intrigue me. They look really beautiful. The Juvia's Place products, for the most part that I have tried, have been good quality and at a very good price point. So this is something that catches my eye. Milani released a line of lip balms in the Fruit Fetish line. I was this close to purchasing them and reviewing them, but I kind of pretty much know what they're going to be. They're going to be balmy, glossy textured with really sheer pops of pigmentation. And then I ended up purchasing the ones from e.l.f. So it just felt duplicative to me a little bit, and the ones from e.l.f. are cheaper. So it is something that in a separate universe where I didn't do things on YouTube, I would be interested in maybe purchasing 1 or 2 of them, but I just didn't end up doing it for the channel. All right, let's move on to new skincare. I will try to be brief so that we can get through all of these. Drunk Elephant has released a new skincare product called the Erase Milky Micellar Water for $28. You get 8 ounces. I am not someone who uses micellar water that frequently. I have those big clear bottles from Garnier, and those will take me forever to use up, so I won't actually purchase this one from Drunk Elephant, but I'm curious to try it out. And I think actually in a recent Sephora purchase, I may have gotten a trial size of this. So if I end up getting that and use it and really like it, then I'll definitely let you know, or if I really hate it, I'll definitely let you know in an upcoming video. But in general, looking at the ingredients, it is just like with pretty much everything in Drunk Elephant, packed full of really nice skincare ingredients, nothing that I see that is irritating or troublesome. Just remember, because it's a micellar water, it's not in contact with your skin for very long. Fenty Beauty is going to be releasing a line of skincare called Fenty Skin. So as soon as I can get my hands on at least the ingredients list to see how good it's actually going to be, I am definitely interested in checking that out. Dominique Cosmetics has released a couple of skincare / could be interpreted as makeup products. For example, the Ultra Hydrating Fine Mist, $32 for 4 ounces. So it's supposed to help set your makeup or refresh your skin throughout the day. Let's take a look at the ingredients. And of course, what jumps out to me is the fact that they've added perfume or fragrance to the mix, especially in a spray bottle. You do not want to get that in your eyes. That will be stinging and irritating to the eyes, but also fragrance is not good for the skin. Then they add on top of that more fragrant ingredients like citronellol, limonene, and lanolol. So this is not something that I would suggest purchasing or using on your face. They've also released the Ultra Hydrating Complexion Primer for $28 and 1.3 ounces. Once again, I'm curious to see what the ingredients are. So you have a lot of kind of dimethicone silicone based products, which makes sense for a primer. And once again, in the middle of the ingredients, they have included perfume. At the very end, in addition, they have lanolol. So again, not the greatest skincare product. Bare Minerals has just released a new product called the Skin Longevity Long Life Herb Anti-Aging Face Serum, 1.7 ounces at $62, so on the expensive end of things. They do start out really well with things like niacinamide, glycerin, squalane, some good leaf extracts as antioxidants. But then we have some citrus-based ingredients, and they've decided to add fragrance, limonene, lanolol, geraniol, so a fragrance on top of fragrance on top of fragrance. Definitely not anti-aging. Dermalogica has a flash foliant foaming exfoliator for $25, 3.4 ounces, pretty decently priced. So this is supposed to be a chemical exfoliant in the form of a cleanser. It does include 0.5% salicylic acid, which is great for giving you that exfoliation. Remember, this is a wash-off product, so it's not on your skin for very long. But right away, they've included wintergreen leaf extract. That sounds to me like something in the family of a mentholy pepperminty kind of ingredient. Jasmine flower extract, bitter orange leaf oil. Ooh, no. Orange oil. Remember that the oils are more potent than the extracts. Tangerine peel extract, orange peel oil, lemon peel oil, bergamot fruit oil. This is terrible. Grapefruit peel oil, sandalwood oil, lime oil. Wow, this is just bad ingredient after bad ingredient after bad ingredient. I would absolutely, even for a temporary contact to your skin kind of product, I would absolutely not suggest this for someone who is looking for exfoliation and someone who doesn't want to irritate their skin. And just so you know, I have these products pulled up on a laptop over here. That's kind of why I'm looking over here as a reference. Kate Somerville has released a new skincare line called the Delicate line of skincare. So for example, the Delicate Recovery Cream for 1.7 ounces, you are paying $80, typical of Kate Somerville, which is fairly expensive. It's supposed to calm and soothe the skin, so let's see if the ingredients do that. You do have shea butter, which is nice and nourishing. You have ceramides, which is good. You have some honey-based ingredients, Camellia sinensis leaf extract, soybean seed extract, rice bran extract, cucumber seed oil, sunflower seed oil. So far we're doing really good. I don't see any drying ingredients in here, and I don't detect any fragrance or irritating ingredients. So that's actually one that, especially if it goes on sale and you can get it for something better than $80 for that jar, I would definitely check out. Pharmacy has the Deep Sweep 2% BHA pore cleaning toner with moringa and papaya, $28 for 4 ounces, which is a decent price. The third ingredient is that salicylic acid. You also are followed by papaya fruit ferment extract, that moringa leaf water, and seed extract. You have then the eucalyptus leaf water. To me, that seems to be the only problematic ingredient that stands out to me. But since you can get a 2% BHA exfoliant from Paula's Choice for probably around the same price point and same amount of product without those irritating ingredients and jam-packed with antioxidants, I would just go for that instead. Certainly not the worst product that Pharmacy has on the market, but not the best one that it has either. Okay, I mentioned Wishful, which is Huda Beauty's line of skincare. So she's been releasing these skincare products kind of individually, one after the other. The one that stood out to me especially was the Chin Lift Sculpting Sheet Mask. First of all, before even looking at the product, come on. There's no mask that is going to function as a chin lift or a facelift. There is no cream on the market or thing on the market that you can just place on top of your skin that will structurally change the shape or the lift of your face or the neck and décolleté area. That's just the honest truth, unfortunately. Wish there were, but there isn't. So The entire concept and name of the product itself is already marketing, misleading, not truthful. It's $9 and it looks like you get one mask. It says that it's a sheet mask formulated with actives to sculpt and tone your chin's appearance, so you're ready for a selfie in a flash. All right. So then on top of the fact that it's just a bunch of whatever in terms of the claims, the ingredients include right away peppermint oil, which is irritating. That's why it tingles. That's why it makes the skin burn. And rounded out by more perfume that's added at the end of the ingredients list. It's only $9, but just use that for something else. Buy yourself a burrito from Chipotle. Don't waste it on this mask. Then we have the Thirst Trap Cocoon Mask. Also $9 for a mask. This one claims that it is packed with some of Huda's favorites like rose, aloe vera, and sodium hyaluronate. Aloe vera and sodium hyaluronate are good skincare ingredients that will leave your skin feeling supple and hydrated after a single use. Okay, nothing crazy in terms of the claims there, so I don't have a problem with that. Let's look at the ingredients. Glycerin, niacinamide, those are good. And actually the Althea rosea flower extract is a soothing ingredient, so that's nice too, followed by the aloe and sodium hyaluronate, caffeine. So far I actually don't see anything bad about this. Let's go to the end. Of course, they have to, for some reason, add the fragrance, lanolol, and limonene. So we can do without that. We can get a cheaper face mask, especially since it's just one of them in here, that does not have those fragrant ingredients and gives you hydration. Then we also have from Huda Beauty itself, this is not in the Wishful line, but this again is kind of, could be interpreted as makeup or skincare. It's the Glow Cocoa Hydrating Mist. $35 for 3.38 ounces. Again, can be used to set the makeup and refresh the skin. So we do have the coconut-based ingredients, which I don't really have a problem with. Some people do have kind of a weird thing with coconut oil, so just keep that in mind. But then we have the fragrant lavender extract that's been included. It's right in the middle of the ingredients list before we get the good ingredient, squalane. And on top of that, they have again added fragrance, which seems to be the favorite ingredient in Huda Beauty and Wishful's lines for skincare, so not going to be purchasing this. And I think that this is the last new launch so far for Wishful. This is the Clean Genie Makeup Removing Cleansing Balm for $35. You get 3.53 ounces. You get several flower extracts, so this is chock full of perfume basically, and also literally filled with perfume because they have added the ingredient fragrance / parfum. On top of that, they have also added the citronellol, limonene, and some sort of other citrus-based ingredient, hydroxycitronellol. So once again, I don't need to be rubbing in fragrance into my eyes, in particular with a cleansing balm. On the more positive side of things, the body care brand Necessaire has recently been added to Sephora so that it's available to more readily and easily purchased. I did an actually dedicated review on every single product available in that line, and I think most of it looks very promising. I do have a couple of issues with one or two of the products, which I mentioned in that video, but if you want to learn more and learn what really the standout products seem to be in that line, then I will link that in the upper right hand corner or in the description box if I've run out of videos that I can link for you to watch. Sol de Janeiro has released a new body care product that is the Coco Cabana Moisturizing Body Cream Cleanser for $25. How much do you get in this? 13? Does that say 13? Y'all, I think that says 13 fluid ounces. That's a lot of product for that amount. You know that I love Sol de Janeiro's products. Now, I know I've been ranting and raving about how bad perfume is, and that is true. But with wash off products, things that you literally put on the skin and then you're almost immediately or after a few seconds washing off, I give a little more lenience to. And truthfully, I like my fragrance in my body care products. Not my body lotions, because those I leave on the skin for hours and hours, overnight, a whole day, or whatnot. So I don't want to be exposing my skin to that. But in my body washes and sometimes in my face cleansers, I do tolerate fragrance. But like I mentioned, for products like moisturizers, setting mists, even cleansing balms, because unlike a face wash, a balm you're like putting onto your dry skin and then you're sitting there and rubbing it in, especially in the eye area, that you get more exposure on the skin and you're kind of pressing it into the skin a little more, so that I have a little more problem with when it comes to fragrance. But anyway, this product from Sol de Janeiro is obviously going to be fragranced. It's in fact probably very heavily fragranced. The fragrance is, I would think, very luxurious and remind you of the tropics. So just like with my other Sol de Janeiro products, I am interested in this one. Dr. Jart has released a new sun care product, the Every Sun Day Mineral Sunscreen SPF 50 Plus. $39 for 1.69 ounces. It is a zinc oxide based sun care product that also seems to contain some titanium dioxide. Unfortunately, I see that there is orange oil included in here and mandarin orange peel oil. Those particularly concern me in a sun product because the citrus oils, again, which are more potent than the extracts, those oils are photosensitizing. It is not good for the skin because it's perfume based, fragrance based, so that it's in itself can be very irritating. But then especially if you're going out into the sun, which if you're applying something that's SPF 50 plus, that probably means you expect to have a fair amount or a decent or great amount of sun exposure. That really concerns me. So unfortunately, this is not a sunscreen based product that I would be purchasing or putting on my skin. Another new skincare product by Dr. Brandt, which is the Cool Biotic Prebiotic Redness Relief Cream. I actually give a pretty thorough reasoning as to why I don't recommend this product from Dr. Brandt in the last month's What's New in Beauty video. So go check that out. You can jump, I put a timestamp in there where you can jump to the skincare section if you want to know specifically why this is not something, even though I tested it out and have it, I would not recommend to my viewers to purchase. Soap & Glory has also released a cleansing balm called the Glow Your Mind Nourishing Cleansing Balm for $13.99 and 3.3 ounces of product. Fairly short ingredient list on this one. I like seeing that avocado oil and apricot kernel oil, sesame seed oil, jojoba seed oil. So the only thing that really jumps out to me as being concerning is the very last two ingredients, citrus or lemon peel oil and limonene. Limonene is fragrant, and then the lemon peel oil, again, is a volatile kind of irritating ingredient. They are at the end of the ingredients list, so it doesn't concern me as much as if they were in the middle of the ingredients. But that said, it's pretty affordable, $14 for a cleansing balm. Ideally, I would like those to be excluded from the ingredient deck. And if you ever want to see my very top favorite best cleansing balms, I did a whole video on cleansing balms where I took, I don't even remember how many I tested head to head. It was at least 12. I want to say more in the range of 15 different cleansing balms that I tested out, compared the ingredients, compared the price points. So I'll try to link that either in the description box for you or up in the upper right hand corner for you to check out. Your other options, the best ones are ones that don't have those fragrant components in them. Milani also has released a Make It Last sunscreen setting spray, SPF 30, for $13.99. This really intrigued me because I've been working on a video on how to reapply your sunscreen after you have applied your makeup, which is a tricky problem to try to solve. So this one really caught my eye because I thought, oh, it could be a spray that you put on top that has SPF in it. Well, unfortunately, when you look at the ingredients, the very first ingredient in terms of inactive ingredients is denatured alcohol, which I understand why it's in this product, especially for spray products. You pretty much always find denatured alcohol in them. But at the same time, when people are tempted to just spray something on their face, you don't want to be spraying alcohol into your eyes potentially. So that to me is a huge problem. And then on top of that, they've added fragrance to it, which is really unnecessary. So I can't say that I would recommend this product. In addition, the SPF 30, especially in a spray form, is going to be, I mean, maybe you'll get 1/10 of the SPF actually on the skin. So an SPF of 3, even 3 to 10, if you even got 1/3 of the SPF, which I don't think you would, it's not worth it. And the final thing I want to talk to you about is the fact that Ulta Beauty has decided to come out with candles that look very, very similar to the ones that you find at Bath & Body Works, which I find a little bit fascinating. So if you go on Ulta's website, for example, they have the Cozy Berry Scented Soy Blend Candle. I guess they're already ready for Christmas because this is a Christmas candle. Now, they're $20, which I also find pretty intriguing because they're I don't know why they think that they can just price their candles the same as they would basically at Bath & Body Works. To me, I would think that they would want to price them more competitively. So I won't be purchasing any of these. These are buy one, get one half off at the moment. So if you were curious and intrigued, then here's a heads up that those are available now, but I will not be investing in these. Okay, those are the things that I am not going to buy in my anti-haul video. I'm sure that by the time this video actually goes up, there will be another 100 products that have released that I won't also be buying, but I hope that this was fun to you. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you don't take it the wrong way. I know it inevitably is a little bit more of a negative vibe when you say, I don't want that thing and here's why, but I think that there is utility in doing this kind of thing, actually looking at a product and looking at reasons why it may not be worth your money. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it or if you want me to make more of these in the future. Thank you for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next video.